Today I build a massive auto storage system because my current one, well, is pretty terrible. I also transport a brown panda home, find a very rare item, and build a system that lets me be fully AFK at my guardian farm. But first, as is the tradition, I'm going to put a timer on the screen and go hunting for a notch apple. Let's build a portal right here. Something tells me I've done that slightly wrong. 7 years of Minecraft and I still can't do that right. Next, I just need a desert, and I've actually come very, very close to one. And now we search the pyramids. Nothing of use here. I see another one in the distance, but tonight I'm going to sleep at the village. Excuse me, sir, I hope you don't mind, but I'm sleeping in your bed. Here is the second one, and the second disappointment. You never know, I could find one in a mesa mineshaft. Here's a minecart chest, but it's very disappointing. And I've managed to find another one which is also disappointing. But hey, at the end of the corridor, there's a third one. Yeah, you know what? We're going back to the desert. Maybe this third pyramid will be better for me. The first two chests haven't been very good, nor is that one. In fact, that was the worst one yet. Bad enough for me to go back to the mineshaft and get a diamond, although... Remember, guys, diamonds are for peasants. And understand, guys, that I'm very serious when I say that. I mean, look, I've even got a t-shirt with it. Yes, I am releasing a Diamonds Are For Peasants t-shirt. If you want to get it, the link is in the description. They come in 2 different colours. I'll take my headphones off so the wire's not in the way. But yeah, they're on the shop. Limited supply. Get them whilst you can. And now I go back to searching desert pyramids. Nothing in the fourth one except for 4 diamonds, which I can't really take them now if I'm wearing this t-shirt. It would just be too hypocritical. Nothing in the 5th one. I've lost count. Okay, I was about to say I've lost count. I think this is the 6th or the 7th one, but stop the timer. Took me a little over 20 minutes, but we managed to get the 11th notch apple. I think it was the 7th one that I searched. That is without a doubt a job well done, and I have no clue what I just built. Next, I'd like to do some Minecraft myth busting, because I keep getting comments like this on my channel. The first one, can you upgrade a diamond block to a netherite block using a smithing table? I don't even know why anyone would think it would be true, because it's such a stupid idea, but... as you can see, that does not work. And the second one, placing water in the nether turns it to powdered snow. As you can see, it doesn't. And why would you even think that was a thing? The nether is known as a hot place and snow is colder than water, so yeah. Anyway, that's those rumours put to bed. The next thing I want to do is grab some mushrooms and also some bone meal. Then I'm going to spend some time growing more mushrooms. I've got well over a stack now. That should be enough. And I need to go in here and start replacing these mushrooms with red ones. So it needs to be 4 red ones and then 4 brown ones. And this is purely just because of how the mushroom mechanics work. And there we go. This should now properly work. And I'll have loads of mushrooms before I know it. And the next thing I'm going to do is go to my gold farm and repair my elytra. And now I'm going to head over to where I bred all those pandas to retrieve a brown one. I've now arrived at the destination, and here are the 2 brown pandas, but only one can come with me. Well, here is what I've created, and the panda that survives when I break this boat is the one that I shall keep. So, there we go. Up, and it looks like you are going to be the one to stay. But don't worry, guys, I wouldn't let a panda die, so if we go down here and... okay, maybe this didn't quite work properly. And you know what I get for brutally murdering a panda? Yeah, this is it, death. Just kidding. I got a totem. I'm undefeatable. All right, little fella. I'm sorry about what's happened, but we've still got to get you home. The little fellow is now out of that cave. I'm just going to stick him in a boat for now and then grab loads of dirt. And I can use the dirt to build a staircase. And now that I'm high enough up, I'm going to build a flying machine. Just need a redstone block there and a redstone block there. And then I just need the panda to go in it. Let's break the boat. All right, you follow me, little fella. Okay, you're not a little fella anymore. Looks like I'm going to have to break the bamboo so you can get through. It's going to be a miracle if I get this guy home without him dying. What are you doing? Look, we're in the middle of a mission here, and we have successfully made it to the top. Now I'm going to put you in a boat and drive the boat just carefully into here. Now then, in theory, when I break one of these blocks, yep, the thing's going. I'm going to try and get in the boat. All right, I made it in. We're heading home. The only worry is we have got 34,000 blocks to go, so this could take a little while. Quite a few days have passed and we've travelled 7,000 blocks, but to be honest, we'll be here all day if I wait there. So I'm going to place down an ender chest to stop the machine, make a note of the coordinates so I don't lose it, and I'll be back for them later. It's nice to be finally home. I feel like doing that right now was a bit of a waste of time, but now we can get back on track. This is now all grown, so I'm going to harvest it by pressing the button, and of course I'll replant it, then take what's gathered up in here and create some red nether bricks. And apparently it would be more efficient for me to make stairs with a stone cutter. So let's take 3 pieces of stone, a piece of iron, and create the stone cutter. I've actually never used one of these in Minecraft. Well, I've never used them to cut stairs anyway. I usually only use them to create stonemason villages. So look at that, you can do 1 to 1, so it is way more efficient. Now then, before I continue this roof, I probably need some more stone bricks. And I've got plenty of these right here. So we're going to place all of these right here, and also the same thing on this side. In fact, I've just realised that this top layer of stairs shouldn't be here. Instead, the stairs should be going back along this way. All I've got to do is finish this row of stairs, then another row of slabs, and one final row of stairs, and the house is officially complete, although the roof looks a little bit weird on the back. I think I'm going to remove a few rows of these stairs. This house is getting kind of weird, but I'm going to try something like this. Well, I mean, it's not even my house, so who cares that the back looks absolutely rubbish. More importantly, I feel like this guy might get a little bit lonely, so I'm going to go and get him a friend. And let's also make this the new home of the stonecutter. And here is the Pillager Outpost. And this is a perfect chance for me to use that set of armor that I created that has no thorns on it, since I don't want the pillager to take any damage. Now I'm going to save and exit to turn off the mob switch and lure a pillager back home. We are starting to get fairly close now, so I'm going to put him in a boat and we're going to have a lovely little sail together. Welcome, pillager. This is going to be your new home, but we just need to make you a little bit more friendly by breaking that crossbow. Before I do that, I'm just going to go and turn on the mob switch. There we go. And I could grab these diamonds, but remember guys, diamonds are for peasants, so I'm going to leave them right here. And I'm also going to mend my elytra at the gold farm. And now I'm going to sit here until his crossbow breaks. This guy took a lot longer than the last one, but his crossbow's finally broken. I feel like I accidentally got one with an unbreaking crossbow or something. Oh my goodness, and the other guy just wandered out. I knew this wasn't going to be easy. You, sir, you live here. I need to get another boat ASAP. There we go. And then we can put you in that and get you straight back into your house. Let's also name this fella. Now, neither of them can escape or despawn. And I'm also going to come down here and buy some more name tags from this villager right here. They will be called You Can Never Despawn. And I also want to make a couple of custom names for the pillagers. Here we have Ben, and here we have Jerry. I don't know why I've called them Ben and Jerry. They're nothing to do with ice cream, but it's my world and I can do whatever I want. And speaking of things that I want, I'm trying to reach 3 million subscribers. But there's a channel called Happy Kids TV Nursery Rhymes, which is ahead of me, and I really want to beat them. We're getting really, really close to them, so please subscribe and help me to win this battle. I think it's now time for a brand new project. And this is something that I've been putting off for so long, but I can't any longer. I need to make a proper storage room. And you know me, I'm not just going to place a load of chests around and be happy with it. No, we've got to make an automatic one. And to do that, we're going to need a much bigger area. I know I just dug a load out here, but I'm actually going to staircase and build this whole storage thing a little bit lower. And yes, this whole iron storage thing has got to go. It was only meant to be a temporary thing till I built the auto storage anyway. So this room will be the entrance. And if we carry on digging along here, and now we need to dig an even wider room. There we go, I've managed to chisel out an even bigger room. But the real question is, where did all these mushrooms come from? I built a mushroom farm, but they've been growing beneath my house. I mean, look at them. They spread all the way up here. This world was farming mushrooms long before I was. Now I'm going to mine out some corridors along here. And that is one side successfully chiseled out. And yep, you guessed it. Time to do the same thing on this side. My pickaxe is so close to breaking, I better mend it. And just before I do that, I'm going to harvest all of this, since I never want to have the same problem again of ever running out of this. And there we go. The pickaxe is now completely healed. And so now it's back to mining. And this side is also done. And finally, this one is complete as well. The first thing we're going to do is build a bit of a hallway here, and I want to use blackstone just to go with the rest of the theme in this house. Now I have a bit of blackstone in here, but I'm going to craft a few shulker boxes, dye them all black, and go mine up a load more blackstone. Here we are at a basalt delta, the perfect place to get blackstone. I'm not sure why I brought 5 shulker boxes, because to be quite honest, I don't think I'm going to fill them all. It's taken me ages just to get this much. Oh my goodness, I found some ancient debris. There's only one, but that's a pretty rare thing to find. Better than finding stupid diamonds. I think I've had enough of mining it up. Instead, I've got a better idea. Instead, I can just give a load of gold to these guys. Already filled one shulker box, and look at this. There's loads more where that came from. I don't see why I'd ever mine for blackstone again. The ancient debris can go right there. I shall grab my trusty stone cutter, create some polished blackstone, turn it into bricks, and from that, get some stairs. Let's place a stairs here, and also a stairs right here, and then an upside down one, and an upside down one. And all of this can be bricks, and then some more bricks on top like that, and I'm going to put more stairs underneath. I'm also going to put a row of stairs right here and fill in the blackstone underneath it, and right here add a row of stairs, and let's get rid of a bit more of this roof, put another row of stairs opposite, and I'm basically going to create a mirror image of the other side. And along this top bit I also want to add a few slabs. Now I'm also going to place the stairs here and 3 stone bricks, and then another stairs right here, and then let's extend up this wall. Then I can put a stairs right here and also here, and add blocks all the way up to the top with a stairs right about here with a block, and then another stairs like this, and then we're going to do the same on this side. That's what it looks like so far. I'm going to repeat that in all of the corners. I also just realized that I completely forgot to mine out this bottom layer. I guess I was wrong about being finished with all the mining, but now I am properly finished. And there we go. All 4 sides are now complete. And now I'm going to add 3 wide walls on both sides. And I can use stairs to create a similar pattern as I have elsewhere. And there we go. A nice archway, which I'm going to do on all of the sides. And this bit is now done as well. Now it's probably going to be easier for me to do the roof if I get a load of scaffolding. I'm glad to say that I have a load of scaffolding right here. I have to say, it is pretty cool that you can do this with scaffolding. I can just build a massive platform. I mean, I guess that's why it's called scaffolding, but I've never really used it for this purpose before. Now that's done, I'm going to kind of add a bit of a border around this edge. That border's done, so I'm creating another one right here. And after that, we're going to add a slab of roof. Perfect, the roof is done. And now for the satisfying bit. Breaking down all of the scaffolding. Just look at it all crumble. Look at that, beautiful. And now back into the shulker box, never to be seen again. I'm also going to mine up this stone and replace it with black stone because it just looks a little bit out of place. Now for the next bit of the build, I'm going to grab some quartz and I'm actually going to turn it into quartz pillars. It's great doing a build that's right by your storage system. And with these, we're going to mark out the areas where we're going to build the chests. There we go, they're all in. Now I'm going to do two things. First, I'm going to grab some stairs and place them here because it's getting hard work going up and down. And next, I'm going to go to my iron golem farm and bring back loads of iron. Okay guys, I found the lava because I kind of broke the farm. Thankfully, I can just use my totem, so that's not a problem. I just wanted to put a sign there. That should solve the problem. Turns out it didn't solve the problem. I need another sign. I was literally this close to using a notch apple just then. But then I remembered totems now give you fire resistance, so I didn't worry about it. But anyway, this iron is going to be very useful for the build. And next, I'm going to need a lot of chests, so I'm going to need a lot of wood. Not entirely sure if this is going to be enough, but it'll do for now. And this is all going to be placed along here like this. Okay, as it happens, I definitely didn't bring enough chests. So I'm going to use the teleporter to go to spawn and see if I left any there. There we go. It has teleported me across. This is my tree farm, which I was supposed to make look a bit nicer, but that doesn't matter because look at what does matter. Look at all the wood we have. It's a good job I brought a shulker box. I didn't expect to find this much. Definitely a job well done. And the best part is I can just press the button and teleport back. I'll tell you what, that teleporter is one of the best things I've ever built. Makes traveling to spawn so much faster. So let's start creating some planks and creating some chests. I feel like I should have enough to complete the build, but I could be wrong. If I am wrong, then I'm going to be back to mining trees. The next thing I'm going to do is add a row of iron along here and the same on this side. And next I'm going to need quartz, which I have plenty of in here. Now let's use the stone cutter to make a bunch of slabs. And all that's made me realise is that I need loads more quartz. But thankfully that is where the bartering farm will come in handy. There's quite a bit more quartz right here. And I might as well give these guys a load more gold as well. Lots more great items are now here. So now I can add slabs all along like this. That looks good. Next I'm going to add some more quartz pillars and add some iron blocks behind each pillar like this. And once again add loads of chests. And that is all of them, and I'm kind of on the wrong side now. The next thing to do is add more slabs on top, then a row of iron blocks in front. Now I'm going to put a layer of stone above the iron and some quartz pillars across like that. Although I'll probably be best doing the other side before I try and finish the roof. There we go, the other side's finished, so that's going to make it much easier to add all these pillars across. In between the pillars I want to add quartz stairs, and all this has made me realise is that I still have nowhere near enough quartz. Looks like it's time to pull out the pickaxe and do the old-fashioned mining method. I've discovered an unlooted bastion whilst on my travels. Although right now I've got more important things to do, like mining up quartz. With all this new quartz, it should definitely be enough to add all the stairs along here and some slabs in between. Next I'm going to go back to using the black stone and place slabs all the way along here. Now I want a stairs here and then also a stairs like this, a stairs like this, and a crafting table in the middle, and we're going to repeat that at each of the pillars. And the rest of this is just going to be filled in with normal blocks. And I'm going to remove this stone here and replace it with glowstone. And that is now done. So this is what the storage rooms will look like. What do I get to do next? Well, I get to build this in the other two chambers. This could take some time. And finally, the other two sides are done. I also added blackstone in between so it looked like these were more beams so that it kind of fit better. I think it just worked better. And now I'm going to need over 1,700 hoppers. And since I've already used up all my wood, I'm going to have to grow a load more. And then I need to spend quite a bit of time chopping it all down. It took way longer than I expected it to, but I finally mined all of the wood. Okay, maybe not all of the wood. And now I have mined up all of the wood. When it came to this chest, I thought there seems to not be that much. Well, turns out it's all being caught behind these leaves. All right, that's going to make a big difference. Yep, there's plenty in here. Hopefully enough for all the chests that I need. I didn't realise, but there's a shulker box in here, which has a load more spruce logs, which means I can craft even more chests. And I made the mistake of crafting so many that they don't even all fit in my inventory. If my calculations are correct, I'm going to need 30 stacks of hoppers, which means 30 stacks of chests. And something tells me I'm going to need a bit more iron than what I currently have. This is why I've put off making this storage room for so long, so I just knew it would take so many resources. Thankfully, there is plenty more coming through. Now let's use the iron and start creating the hoppers. So far, I've only managed to get nearly 7 stacks. It'll do for now. Next, I'm going to get a load of comparators, repeaters, redstone, and all that stuff. And thankfully, I've got all of these guys to allow me to get loads of redstone. And as well as that, I'm also going to take all of the redstone out of this chest. I've got all the items I need, except I need a load more redstone. I need 900. I've not quite got that. And of course, I will need way more hoppers. First things first, let's do a load more trading with these guys. And I'm pretty sure that's definitely enough redstone. But they've all restocked the trade, so I'm going to buy even more. And that's it. Every last one of my emeralds has been spent on redstone. Nobody helps out the economy in Minecraft more than me. Now it's back to the iron farm to see if we've got enough for hoppers. There's a decent amount here, but not enough. I'll just get started and do what I can. I need to mine quite a big area behind the chest anyway, so I'll probably have all the iron I need by then. I've chiseled out a massive area behind one of the rooms, and now to do it behind the other ones. Another section successfully mined out, 1 to go. And I accidentally broke my netherite pickaxe, so I'm now using this peasant diamond one. It's sad times. And there we go. I'm a bit tired of mining now, but I've done all the rooms. To begin with, I'm going to place hoppers behind all of these chests, then place a row of 5 blocks with repeaters on top and blocks behind them and also in front. Next, I need redstone torches right here, a load of blocks on top, then comparators which are going to come out of some hoppers. So now I'm going to add the hoppers going into them, then all this redstone behind like so. Normally when I build an auto storage, I don't use this much redstone, but this is what allows me to have double check, like 2 chests for each item, and do it like this. It just makes the storage bigger. And so now I get the fun task of repeating this behind every single row of chests. And I have now finished this side, and now I'm going to do the other 5 sides. Another 2 sides complete, 2 to go. And that is all of the bottom sides complete. So we're going to place a bunch of hoppers behind the chests. Then we're going to place some above these hoppers, and then more hoppers going into these. Then we're going to recreate the same redstone like this. It's going to take a little bit longer than the bottom section, but I'm going to do it on all of the sides. Well, unfortunately, I have now completely run out of hoppers, and I've still got 5 more sides to go. The first thing I'll do is check the iron farm. First of all, I'm glad to say that has got me quite a lot. Second of all, I just noticed another stack of hoppers in my inventory. So in a way, it's a kind of a win-win. But now these hoppers should keep me going. And now it's back to doing the redstone. And yet another side is complete. And this time I have completely run out of hoppers. So I'm going to have to wait for my iron farm to produce me a load more. And in the meantime, I have a plan. A plan that involves flying 27,000 blocks to be exact. And that plan is to bring home my brown panda whilst the iron farm can be running. This is definitely killing 2 birds with 1 stone if you ask me, and I'll get a free ride in the process. I've now travelled the 27,000 blocks in this direction, but I need to turn a corner and now go that way. So it's going to be a good idea for me to grab some blocks, then I'm going to build a bit of a platform underneath. So we're going to have a piston, a slime, sticky piston, and then a normal piston, and finally a slime. Then I'll get rid of all of these blocks underneath, place 2 redstone blocks, drive the panda into position, and when I place this, it should set the whole machine off. So as it happens, I've gone a little bit too far. Let's stop this machine. My house is somewhere this way. So I'm going to jump in the boat and I should be able to come down here. And then I can get this panda to my house. If I'm going to do this successfully, I'm going to need some bamboo. I was also attacked by phantoms when I was riding the fly machine, so I'm going to need another totem. Now it's time to lead the extremely rare brown panda back home. If you're wondering if pandas can swim, well yes, but they are extremely slow. Look at all the villagers jumping up and cheering as they see the brown panda. And welcome brown panda to your new home. I don't know if I've ever worked so hard to get a mob. I think that was even harder than the blue axolotl. But finally, success at last. But now to answer the more important question. Has my iron farm produced enough iron? And the answer is yes. Yes, it has. And so now it's back to placing hoppers. And finally, they're all done. This project is getting pretty close to completion. We're going to add hoppers going all the way along here. And then on top of these hoppers, we're going to have chests. And these are what I can use to sort out my inventory. I want to do a little bit more digging because I'm going to create an item elevator. Right here, I'm going to add a chest which is for overflow. And then I'm going to place 5 hoppers right here. Then I'm going to create a massive chain of these hoppers that goes all the way around. I've gone all the way around. Now I'm going to put a hopper going like that. And we're going to go up and go all the way back. Well, this time it's a bit easier because I can just go over the top. Now to place the hoppers ready for the elevator. Here I'm going to place a dropper with a comparator coming out, and a piston here, and an observer, a second observer right here, and finally some redstone dust. So that'll send items up, but we're going to need to put glass around this dropper, and this is how the items are going to go upwards. Just need some water right here, kelp all the way up. Finally we break the kelp, place this right here, and it creates the elevator. Put a few blocks on top for security. And finally, I need to rename a load of blocks on an anvil, and doing it this way stops overflow problems. I should really add that to all my other auto storage systems. Then if I put 4 of these blocker items in a hopper, and then the actual item that I want to filter, as you can see they are technically different, I can begin creating the auto storage system. I'm also going to grab a load of leather, create more sticks, and make lots of item frames. Then I can place the item frames along here, and as you can see, the stone is going in, the cobblestone, it's all working perfectly. It's probably going to be an extremely laggy area, but you know what? It's worth it if it means I can be lazy. Now I'll spend a load of time organizing this so that everything is in a proper place. I've managed to sort out one side for a load of items, and some of the items that I have planned for this side require wood, and I used all my wood up building this thing, so I'm going to go mining. The first one I'll get is some spruce wood, and then a bunch of oak, birch, dark oak, and finally acacia. I'm not having a chest for jungle wood because I never really use it. Whilst I'm out and about, I'm also going to grab dandelions. Oh, my elytra just broke. I knew they were close. Looks like we're going to be going back on foot. I'm already tired of walking, so I've got a better idea. Just do this. Although I've just found out I'm also out of firework rockets, so this has been a small disaster. Although if I use my brain, I'd realise that I have gunpowder and then paper in my chest so I can just craft them that easy. My days of walking are over. Let's add some more item frames and then start adding more items to the machine. They're now all in. Just need to start filling up these item frames. I didn't really think this through because now I need to get every type of leaf. Although before I do that, I'm going to go and mend my elytra. To begin with, I'll grab some spruce spruce leaves, then the oak, the birch, dark oak, and finally acacia. Now to load up more hoppers, and now a load more items have been added, and the next item I'm going to need is a lily pad. Even though I don't own any of them, for some reason I made a slot for it in the storage room. So I'm going to put that right by grabbing lots and lots of lily pads. And whilst I'm here, I might as well grab a load of vines as well. And if you ask me, that's a job well done. I forgot my bed, so it looks like I'm going to be sleeping in this village. This guy thinks he's going to bed, but... Oh no, wait, don't you trust? Oh, we can be roomies. There we go. Hey, I want that bed. Sorry, mate, but this just isn't working out. No, I'm leaving. I'm also going to need to go down here for some items. And hopefully the mushroom farm has been working. Okay, well, I can't open that chest, but... Oh, look at that. A farm actually worked. Well, it wasn't working originally anyway, but it's brilliant that it is now working. And as well as that, I'm going to need to grab a load more sugarcane and turn some of it to paper. Next, I might as well take the soul sand tunnel. Let's start adding in all of these items. Looking very nice indeed. I'm probably just going to finish these final 4 sections, and then I'm going to do something else, because I've been working on this for ages. I'm going to grab carrots, potatoes, bread, and wheat. I need a lot more wheat, so I'm going to turn this hay bale into wheat. And I'd like some seeds, so I'm going to go ahead and do some farming myself. There we go. Let's pick all them up. I also want pumpkins and melons, and there's only one place for that. Oh, well, what am I doing flying over there? No, we have to teleport. I really don't know what I was thinking. Now I'll grab the pumpkins and the melons. I have to say, this farm is it's becoming a bit of a mess. Too many mobs have been trampling all the crops. And whilst I'm here, I can also grab a bunch of saplings, and I can push the button to teleport back. Now I can offload a load of these items and add more to this section. Nearly got every item I need to finish the section. Just going to grab some spider eyes, some slime, and also some leather. Going to put these final item frames down and place the correct items. And now this entire section is complete. Time to do something else. Now I'm going to build the system that will let me AFK the Guardian farm. And first I can collect all the items I need from the sorting system. Now I've got all the items that I need, time to head to the monument. Thanks to my mob switch, I'm not going to have millions of guardians coming through. I'm going to mine this bit of wall to build it here. To begin with, I'm going to place some chests right here, and then a hopper like that, and a hopper like that with a brewing stand on top. Then droppers going all the way up. We're just going to dig this. There's going to be, I'm going to need 5 droppers, and I've only brought 4, so I'm going to go and get an extra one. There we go, we can place that here, and then hoppers all the way up like so. I'm also going to add a hopper right here with a couple of chests, and this is what's going to be filled with all the water bottles. Let's add a couple of blocks like this, then a repeater here, some redstone dust, and a comparator. And this mechanism is going to detect if the chest gets full, so we're going to add an observer facing into that, and another sticky piston, and an observer. Though the observer was facing the wrong way, it needs to be facing this way. Then I need a slab and a repeater on top of that. That's going to go into a block here, and the block is going to have a piece of redstone on top. We're going to have a block on top of that, and another piece of redstone. And I'm also going to have this redstone go all the way around here into the top dropper as well. Now I'm going to fill up all these water bottles. Okay, and they're going up. Okay, I didn't think that through, did I? The top dropper has nether wart in it, and it's going to be gunpowder, glowstone, fermented spider eye, and a normal spider eye. Let's also fill this up with blaze powder. Managed to fully fill up this chest. Let's put 3 of them in here. Just realised the water bottles can't go directly in there. So now if I press this comparator, I'm pretty sure everything should start working. I just realised that I forgot to put these items in here. We just need to put some random ones right here. And now when I do this, it should work on its own. There was a couple of teething problems, but now it does seem to be working perfectly. Now I'm going to go and get some materials so I can make a system that's going to dispense me one every minute. I'm going to add 2 droppers here and hoppers wrapping all the way around. And I'm going to build a hopper clock in the wall right here. This lever will switch it on or off. I don't really know how, but the entire system now appears to be working. So once that comes out of there, as you can see, we got one dispensed. This did keep brewing me poison, but now it's working fine as well. I just changed up the redstone a load. And flicking this lever will turn the machine off. That's perfect. I keep filling this up with bottles so I never run out. And once all these hoppers fill up, which they haven't quite done, and the entire double chest fills up, it will automatically stop brewing until I need to use them again. And I'm going to get a load more resources so it definitely doesn't run out of the raw materials it needs. Then I'm glad to say I'll be able to test it out. And to get more spider eyes, I'm going to spend a little bit of time AFK here. Cave spider farm is a good way to get them, but I've had a better idea. The raid farm should have lots of them. Look at that. Perfect. We can fill a shulker box. And not only that, it has all the sugar I need as well. The glowstone dust and the gunpowder is also going to be very useful. Isn't the raid farm just an amazing creation? I also hope that this has got me a few more brown mushrooms. Yeah, because I haven't been in the area, it's not been too much. But I've got plenty more right here. Finish off, let's harvest this farm. And I should never have to worry about the brewer running out of resources again. There's a nice little extra touch. I'm going to grab 8 pieces of clay, set them all off smelting, then turn them into black terracotta and cook it again. And these can then be taken. Then I can mine out these 4 blocks and replace it with this glazed terracotta. And that allows me to see the perfect place to aim when throwing. And as an added touch, I'm just going to add sea lanterns around the edge. We'll also load up these droppers and everything should now be good to go. Although one final thing I could do is craft another hopper, place it right there and put a double chest on top. I don't see how anything can go wrong now, so I'm going to go ahead and test it out. Let's flick this lever and then I'm going to reload the world. Guardians will be spawning as we speak. In fact, here they are. They're already coming through. I've been dispensed the damage. So if I go ahead and hold right click and press F3 and T, it's going to take all of them out, as you can kind of see. And in theory, that should be it. The farm should now be AFKing. Look at that, it worked like a charm. I was just waiting for it and it worked perfectly. I've been AFKing at this farm for a good 10 minutes and it has been working absolutely perfectly. I can't believe this machine works because there's quite a lot of complicated things going on. I'll switch it off by flicking this lever. I'm interested to do a kind of a timing test to see how much faster it is than the pigman farm, but anyway, I'm going to leave it for now. I feel like it's about time I got rid of this diamond pickaxe. And to do that, I'm going to have to mine a piece of ancient debris from this, grab 3 more pieces from the shulker box, put my headphones back on because I forgot about them, and then smelt these in a blast furnace. There we go. Let's make another ingot. Go along this very speedy tunnel. As I was saying, say goodbye to the peasant life of diamonds. Because remember, diamonds are for peasants. Another thing I'm going to do is come to the chest room, create some more blockers, and create an iron chest right here. As well as that, I'm going to grab some leather, make an item frame, and this right here shall be the iron chest. So when I fill this up with iron, it should all filter into here, but it hasn't. I found the culprit. This chest, for some reason, is filling up with items that shouldn't be in it. There should be arrows in there. I've no idea why there isn't. So now when I put the iron in, the chest does indeed start filling up. Now to finish off with, I'm going to grab some saplings and also bone meal, and I can start growing these because I'm going to need more wood for quite a few things. So I'm going to mine up this wood, then I'm going to make some chests and turn those into hoppers. And then I can mine up these hoppers and connect the iron golem farm to the auto storage, as well as putting composters above them. Speaking of composters, I think I should craft a load and grab a bunch of torches. And placing these composters above the hoppers is just a good way to reduce lag. Torches up here are going to be good because mobs do seem to be spawning here. I don't know how, but I've managed to get stuck inside a hopper, which is a slight disaster. Have no fear, I have a plan. If I just go into my ender chest and then go into this shulker box, we can go ahead and just ender pearl our way out. And I'll probably finish this project in the next episode. There's still plenty of work to be done. But for today, the sun has now set on this world. So that, ladies and gentlemen, was 1,700 days in hardcore Minecraft.